What's up guys, welcome back to the video. So in the last video we got finished with this group name component. So now let's render all our connected users, which are going to be these two. So here in our new group component which we have created, down below this div I'm going to say div. That's right. So this is going to give us an error because we are not wrapping this um, again inside a div. So I'm just going to say react.fragment. That way it lets the JSX know that this is some sort of React fragment. Right, so here I'm going to put some class name, right? So these class names are basically going to be the same that we have written in our chat body. So also I need to include this, import this on the top because we're going to use that, right? So let's copy this class down here. Let's paste it. Oops. Okay. Paste it, and let's say scrollable feed, right? And let's import our users now. So we don't have any users inside here, so we need to pass new users from chat, right? So new group, I'm gonna say users and pass in our users over here. Simple as that. And then come over here and inside our state, right, I'm going to say users and say this dot props dot users. There we go. Now that we have our users inside our state, we can deconstruct it down here and then bring this down our scrollable feed. So users dot length is greater than 0. Always good to check that. So and now let's map our users inside here. Users dot map, right? And let's put an arrow function and also brackets. Let's return something over here now. Obviously we have to return some JSX, correct? We don't need these brackets. For some reason I've put it over here. Okay, good. Now what do we need? We need to return some div, right? um, right, and also this div is going to have some key, and this key is going to be index of our map. So this is going to have user and also its index. So key is going to be our index, and let's put up some class name. Class name is going to be padding y of 2, padding x of 2, and border info. And then also I want to expand this to the whole div, and also cursor pointer, right? Yeah, and at some point we're going to put an on-click function over here, but we'll do that later. Now let's write in another div and put up class name, right? So this is one I want to display this as flex and align items center. I'm typing kind of slow because I want to get my class names right. It's kind of annoying if you don't, right? Let's save this and now let's reformat it. And now I'm going to copy some of our code, which is in, I believe, chat body. Yeah, chat body. I want to copy some of this, but I don't think this is a good idea to copy this. Let's just write it. Why not? You know. So div, right, class name, and I want to say display flex and flex column. Oops. Display flex column, and position relative. Now let's put our image tag, image, we don't write image like this, we write image like this. So src source, right? And this is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to use backtick, excuse me, backtick, and then https, right, colon / I dot pravtar, is it pravtar dot cc slash and 300 or something. So this is how I'm getting the icons. Now you can use image 3, or you can typically write something different like me index plus 1, that gives 3 and 30 plus 1, that is 31, right? Right. So class name, I want this to be rounded, obviously, because it's a user icon, and I want mx margin x of 2. Right. So this is giving an error because we are not using an alt property alternative. So user dot username. I want this to give a height and width, so 45 and height of 45. There we go. Now let's put a span to let us know which user is selected or not. So I'm going to say is selected, and we're going to design this custom class, right? Right. So we're going to design this custom class in a bit. Let's just quickly display the username. So class name, right? I want this to have display flex row, and then position to be relative, right? Relative, that's it. And I want its width to be 100. And now let's put a strong tag over here, and let's put a class name. Actually, we don't need a class name over here. Let's just render a username. So user dot username. Splendid. So now let's design this selected. I'm gonna go inside index.js, and right down here I'm gonna say dot selected. Right, so this is gonna have all of these properties except for one difference, which is gonna be our color, the color exactly. And we also want to render a tick, which is like a check icon, correct? So let's do that as well. I'm going to say I class. It's going to be a class name, right? So fa dash check. That's it. Do I need to put this inside the span? I think so. Yeah, I need to put this inside span. So yeah, this is it. Let's see how this looks. Oh, this looks a little bit horrid. We need to change the color, and I think we need to change height and width. So let's do that. I'm going to say color, right? And I want to say fff hash fff, right? That's white. And I want this to be text align center. And I also want font size to be x small. There we go. This is looking perfect. We are gonna add a click event to this in the next video, and also render our create group and cancel icons or buttons in the next video. I'll see you then. Bye bye.